We walk down past the docks, past the pubs that are closed, past the shops full of strangers, the names I don't know. Saw a tricolour hanging from a burned out flat door, and a line scratched beneath it, we won't take no more. They sold us out for power, they sold us out for coin, they gave our land away, and they poisoned every mind. But deep beneath the surface, where no camera ever sees, there's whispers in the smoking air, and men who still believe. The lads in the shadows, they don't wear no badge, they've no name or number, no flag to attach, but they're watching and waiting like wolves on the moor. The lads in the shadows ain't taking no more. I met a fella near Mayo with eyes like the storm. He said, we're done with the talking, now it's time to be sworn. In a barn with no lights, just a candle and air, he named off the counties and swore we'll be there. From Meath to Roscommon, from Cork up to Down, there's men getting ready to tear the whole thing down. Not for medals or statues or some new fancy king, but for peace that was promised, that never did ring. There's lads who remember and lads who were told of how Collins was murdered and Era was sold. They've eyes on the council, the courts and the crown. They ain't chatting online, they're just marking it down. The lads in the shadows, they don't want no stage, they've seen too much silence, they've swallowed the rage. They remember the hunger, the jails and the pain. The lads in the shadows will rise once again. They saw grannies evicted and veterans ignored, while migrants took mansions and ministers soared. They watched young ones leave for the land o' the Queen, while the traitors grew rich from their globalist schemes. Now they're planning in corners, in sheds and in fields, where the guards never bother and the press never yields. They won't post a banner, they won't beg or kneel. They've got nothing to lose but a nation to heal. Not for glory or clapping, not for TikTok views, but for brothers long buried and sisters who knew that one day they'd return, quiet and cold. The lads in the shadows still doing what they're told. The lads in the shadows, they don't fear the night. They've waited through decades, now burning for fight. And when it begins, there'll be no grand parade, but you'll know by the silence that vengeance was paid.